Oh hell nah. You gotta at least say no homo after doing some degeneracy like this. Zen in, Diet Coke popped, let's do this. Dudes are using AI girls to make money. Yeah, apparently that's where we are as a society now. Not only are dudes making AI girls, but now they're making hype videos about making AI girls, and then they're trying to make money teaching other dudes how to make AI girls. Every day I say something that no one else in my bloodline dared to utter. This ain't just normal internet slop anymore. This is layered slop, okay? This is artisanal, small batch, vertically integrated slop. And the more I looked into it, the more I realized that this ain't just only about AI girls. It's about hustle culture, male desperation, fake internet money, and the eternal truth that if there's a gold rush, some random broccoli-headed zoomer is going to sell you a shovel. And to be honest with you, to be real with you, Chief, I think a lot of these posts of guys snapping their fingers and then turning into Insta models are simply rage bait to get attention. Also, I ain't really buying that they're making 150k per month off this, not for one bit. Maybe I'm just player hating, but I just question the feasibility of that. As we know, I fancy myself a scientist, so I clicked the link in this dude's bio and everything was revealed to me honestly. Bro, I'm ready to quit my job right now and start shaking my hairy tatas for monetary gain. Anyways, when you click the link in the bio, it takes you to something called the AI model method. Epic, dude! This shit should really be called the mental midget with a credit card method. Because if you're brain dead enough to give this random broccoli-headed zoomer 30 bucks, then you probably shouldn't be allowed outside of your parents' supervision. So yeah, this is clearly a multi-level marketing scheme, which is by no means a new thing, but what is new is a nice, jiggly, fertile AI-generated bait. Pyramid schemes like this used to be reserved for old moms who wanted to not let their friends down, so they sold random garbage like shitty sweaters. A little blast from the past for you youngins out there. But now, these things have crossed over to Gen Z males in the form of Sigma grind set hustle culture. Which yeah, it's a bit cringe to rag on hustle culture so much. I think flaming Sigma grind set dudes is so 2024. We're way past that now, dude, and there's so many bigger things to worry about. But I do think this does speak to how bad the economy is now. Not to get too woke for my true chuds out there, but we're clearly in late stage capitalism. Let's keep it a buck. Not to make this video more serious than it has to be, but this is kinda AI related. In the wake of AI exploding, there's been so much talk about how now is your last chance to escape the permanent underclass. By the way, I made a weird video last week, which is basically a fan fiction of late stage capitalism. That one didn't really hit, which I knew that it probably wouldn't, but for all my foids in the audience, all one of you, you may want to listen to that when you're all nestled in the bed. Okay, anyways, I promised myself I wouldn't overheat in tonight's video. Plowing ahead. I'm pretty sure COVID was one of, if not the single biggest wealth transfers in modern history, and a lot of tech speculators are predicting AI can be the last chance we have to ascend financially. If you're paying attention, there are many schemes that involve AI to make a quick buck. There was actually this big story a few months ago talking about this dude that was apparently making hundreds of thousands, and he did it with an AI generated channel that produced content for people to fall asleep to. This dude was making money by generating videos that people don't even watch with their eyes open. I also heard about a lot of people letting LLMs take over their Polymarket or Kalshi accounts to do automatic trades. I guess it makes sense when you think about it. If you're into limited products like Jordans or Pokemon cards, you know bots absolutely run that shit. If you're human, which I hope you are if you're watching this, meatbags, stand up! You don't really stand a chance to beat a bot when it comes to filling your cart and clicking checkout. So applying that principle to markets, I think the angle is basically something like, the president said we're going to war with Iran, and then having your bot process that news story and then making a bet in Polymarket. Anyways, I do think that a lot of these AI hacks are a classic case of the gold rush situation. You know, the idea that people who really got rich in the California gold rush weren't necessarily the people digging for gold, but rather it was the people who sold the material in order to do the digging. The concept applies here. It's not the people launching the AI e-girls and preying on lonely men getting rich. It's these grifters making hype videos and showing a nebulous screen with 150k on it and asking you to buy their course that are making a buck off these FOMOing chuds. And that was already bad enough. I was ready to close my tab, go outside, maybe read a book. Dark Matter's what I've been reading lately. It's actually pretty good. I recommend it. But yeah, I was ready to close my tab, read a book, and just honestly reconnect with God. But then I made the mistake of actually visiting one of these AI influencers. And brother, that's where the real horror begins. Oh no, this has to be a honeypot humiliation ritual, dude. Oh yeah, this is actually much worse than I could have ever imagined. And I hate myself, so I thought it may be fun to visit one of these AI influencers, and honestly, not to go full YouTuber, but it's insane. Moist critical voice. I found this girl called Mia Zilu, and this bot is pretty poppin'. She's pretty hot too, I can't lie. Not only does she have 250k on Insta, but she also has a manager. Not only that, but this bitch has multiple Spotify playlists too. Like damn, this bot has a better digital footprint than the average American. And also water is wet, because I guess that's the point. So her most recent post is at Coachella, which is pretty fitting, but you know why we're here, motherfucker. We're here for the degenerate comments, baby! Where are these pics taken? Absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh, somebody needs to let their dad know they're thirsting over pixels. I just know he typed that shit with his left hand, dude. This guy looks African, so, hello, I am so in love with your pictures. You are doing very good work. Keep it up. You get the idea, because this profile does disclose that it is AI in the bio, but let's be honest, people aren't reading all that. Ever since the TikTokification of all social media, you basically just scroll forever, so bios are a lot less relevant. So now the picture is getting clearer. On the one hand, you got dudes selling the dream of fast money with AI women. Then on the other hand, the left hand, you got the other side of actual AI women pulling real engagement from real people. Dudes who either don't know or they don't care that they're thirsting over pixels. And then I found this third layer of hell. I like how he had to make the girl he's VTubing Asian too. Like, was that really necessary? Like, okay, let's do a thought experiment really quick. In the case that people are actually scamming dudes out of money with this synthetic AI masquerading, like imagine a one-on-one video call with that dude and the program malfunctions, and all of a sudden you're face to face with your computer science teacher. Honestly, that's pretty spooky, so I'm just gonna convince myself that I didn't see that today. Definitely not the thing that I wanted to see right before bed, but it's okay. And I think something that's really important is understanding what this whole thing is. Like, it's not some revolutionary new business model or some genius frontier of entrepreneurship. It's the same old internet game with shinier bait. The bait used to be crypto, then it was drop shipping, then it was courses, but motherfucker, now it's AI girls. But you still got the same desperation, the same screenshots, the same vague promise that this is your last chance to escape being broke and irrelevant. And the reason it works is because there are enough lonely dudes and enough desperate dudes, and there's enough FOMO chuds, and there's enough people who know the economy feels cooked, that this stuff starts to sound plausible. They get you whenever you start being desperate. That's what they want. And that's the darkly funny part. Because even if the fake AI girlfriend empire doesn't make 150k a month, the hype around it basically can. And that's really the business model. So yeah, dudes are using AI girls to make money. Or at least they're definitely using AI girls to make videos about making money. And honestly, that might be the real hustle. No, the real hustle is making fun of chuds using AI girls to make videos about making money over MW 2019 gameplay with monotone yapping. No, I'm just playing. not the AI model or the fake influencer, not the poor gooners in the comments section. The real money is probably in convincing people that this is the next gold rush, and then charging them $30 to hand them a shovel made out of screenshots, cope, and broccoli-haired ambition. And that, to me, is the perfect 2026 business model. So yeah,